Hello, my name is Stasha, and thank you for joining me today. I recently enjoyed a trip to Sephora, so I decided quite spontaneously to do a haul video for you guys and share what it is that I got. So, for you watchers that may not particularly enjoy makeup or skincare, just enjoy the sounds that we'll be having today and know that I have a very special video coming up that is going to be quite enjoyable to make, and I can't wait to share it with everyone. But first, I wanted to share with you guys my goodies. So let's get started. Now, as winter is approaching, sometime, they keep telling us, I am about to the point where I can no longer use my summer foundation. For those of you that do wear makeup, probably aware of the way that your skin tone can change color depending on the season, how much sun exposure, if you're using any sunless tanner, anything like that. And that can set kind of the base tone for your skin. And my current one just was not quite cutting it anymore. So that was my main goal. But I did need a few other items. So I ended up getting quite the number of goodies. I always appreciate it when stores take the time to attractively map their packaging. Doesn't this just look fun to open? I enjoy the delicate sound that you got with tissue paper. The different texture, and yet sounds so delicate. We'll save more of that for another time. And now, what should I share with you guys first? How about this? Now, this ended up being a complete surprise for me. I was not planning on purchasing this. I wasn't even aware of it as a product. But as I was wandering around Sephora before my consultation, I discovered this, which is the Sephora face palette. And as you can see, it is a $74 value, generally $34. And when I purchased this, it was on sale for $15. Quite the good deal. So let's open it up, shall we? I have to admit, I am one of those people that really enjoys peeling stickers off things. Like the screen protectors are one of my favorites. It's a very satisfying feeling. Maybe I'll do a video if you guys agree. Don't want to be the only person. Okay. Let's see. You might hear a train go by. Has this very lovely geometric, almost a tessellation pattern. Almost reminds me of a quilt, but in that modern, minimalist version. Shall we open her up? So, as you see, there are 8 different products in here, as well as this mirror. So, I am going to focus on the colors, and on this side there are our powders, and on this side are cream blushes. So we have a highlighter shade, can't be the only one that likes that noise. So interesting. Let's start with our powders over here. We have a highlighter. I would say that this is maybe a blush champagne type color that blends really smooth, as do most of the Sephora products that I've had. You know what? Let's go ahead and do little swatches for you guys, so you can see how these colors look on my skin. I'll just use my trusty double-sided brush to see how these look. As you can see, it's quite a sheer color, but with a beautiful glisten to it. So this is a highlight that you would use to draw attention to the areas where light falls, or you want to appear larger. So classically, it's the inner corner of the eyes, the brow bone, top of the cheekbone, sometimes even the Cupid's bow. I just love how that blends out. Now, what else? I think I'll show you one more powder blush. This is a vibrant pink, as you can see, which, as it is no longer summer, can be a little bit harder to wear. But as I said with the highlighter, this does blend out beautifully. So you have a high color pigmentation value combined with easy blendability. So you get a soft glow rather than pink dolly cheeks. Additionally, there are our cream blushes, which have an advantage over the powder for being longer lasting, not as matte of color. So you can build that color and still get a dewy, luminous glow to your face. What one should I show you guys? How about this beautiful coral. All of these are pure, unadulterated, except for by me. With creams, as well as liquid blushes, dotting it on and then blending is a recommended. You can also use a beauty blender tool, one of the sponges. They feel so different than the powder, which blended beautifully. But this one feels moisturizing, it feels dewy, and yet not thick. I put it on pretty lightly, so I don't know if you guys can see it. Do a little more and blend it out for you. As I said, you get to build with cream blushes. There we go. You can compare the brighter pink powder. It's a little bit more of a coral of the cream. There's also this lovely ombre bronzer, a little bit lighter of a highlight color top, down to a darker, more of a contouring shade down here. Which makes it nice and multi-purpose. Overall, I am quite pleased with this purchase. It is a great deal. And even if I only use 2 or 3 out of this, a $15 investment is pretty good. So this was the Sephora face palette, the Beauty of Giving Back face palette, currently on sale for $15. At least at my Sephora. The next item I will show you is another replacement. So, for quite a few years, I have been a regular of MAC Painterly pots, which are used as an eyeshadow base and have a color to them to smooth out any discoloration, hide any visible lines, or veins in your eyelids. But while I have loved this product and used it for years, it can dry out fairly quickly. And it is a thicker, drier application, which can lead to pulling on the eyelid, which, being very delicate skin, is never a good idea, as well as a tendency to look chalky, especially as it gets older. And I don't know about you, but if I purchase something, especially of a nice brand, I want to be able to use all of it. So, I explored some other options, and ultimately, I went with the Laura Mercier Eye Basics base. I am a fan of Laura Mercier's stuff. Makes a great tinted moisturizer. But this is the first time I tried the eye base. So let's open it up. Now, obviously, this is in a different format. I have a, similar to a lip gloss tool. It is more moisturizing. It's very similar to my skin tone, which is exactly what I was looking for. And the applicator is a doe's foot applicator. Go ahead and dab that on. Now, let me tell you, that just glided on my skin. And you can probably see there's a very slight sheen So the idea is that you take this and gently blot it all over your lid. Will also help eyeshadow, eye makeup in general last. And this is also hydrating, which is very important for the eye area, which can be very delicate, as well as one of the first areas to show age. So this is the Laura Mercier Eye Basics base in Flax. The color is called Flax. F-A-F-L-A-X. My next purchase was what I went there for. So this is my new winter foundation. And I also purchased it for you. I wanted something that looked good on camera for you guys. So I didn't mind spending a little bit more because I like to spoil you. So this is new from Dior. It's the Dior Skin Star. It's their studio. And it is called the Studio Makeup Spectacular Brightening Weightless Protection with Sunscreen. It is broad spectrum, so that means it protects you from UVA as well as UVB rays. Dior's packaging is always so classy. So let's see what I got you. Beautiful bottle. Now this one does say to shake well. And even in the bottle, you can tell how luminous this foundation is. Now, let's go ahead try it out for you guys. There we go. Now, this would be applied with a foundation brush or a beauty sponge. This is so soft and creamy on the skin. It feels so good. And there are brighteners designed to capture the light no matter where you're standing or where the light is. And you can see how beautifully that color blended just with my arm. It smells lovely too. It smells like smells like wealth. Has that full depth to the smell. And that implies that there were no cheap ingredients used. I would say it smells like argan oil with just a hint of lily of the valley. It's the barest hint of floral. I am already in love with this foundation. And I cannot wait to use it to show you guys. I can't tell you how hard it was to not open and use this to record a video. But I wanted to share this experience with you because I was excited and I wanted to share. Now I have one more purchase, and then a little extra surprise. This I was so excited about. It is the Naked 2 palette. The Naked Basics 2. The Naked palettes, not the basic, have about twice as many colors, and they are all great. But this one is full of matte shades, which I am particularly fond of. So these are our shades down on the bottom here. You have our Skimp, Stark, Frisk, Cover, Primal, and Undone. The back says, use these 6 indispensable shadows alone or as the starting point for any look. Cooler in tone than our original Naked Basics palette, this taupe-hued palette features 5 never-before-seen matte shades for lids, crease, and liner, plus 1 demi-matte shade that is perfect for highlighting. Has such an interesting texture. Don't know if you guys can hear the difference, but it is not just plastic. I love when there's raised portions on a name or packaging, because I'll just sit there and feel the riches. And here we go. Here's our shrimp. Here is Stark. Have our Frisk. It's a lovely fawn color. Cover. Primal and Undone. I'm running out of arm skin. Let's just going to do some swatches for you guys. So this is the demi matte shade they mentioned as a highlighter. The Skimp. This is our Stark. Which you can tell is that taupe kind of base color. This would be great for building if you wanted to do a neutral smoky eye, to use that as an all over the lid base. This next shade is Frisk, which leaves that peachy behind. You get into that little bit more taupe, has those gray tones in there. We have our cover, which seems like for me would be a perfect crease. Yeah. Or even as a liner for a bit more casual day. Has nice warmth to it though, almost a little red to the undertones. And this is Primal, which is a bit more of a classic brown. And this Undone is very dark brownish black. Look at that. I was not expecting that to be quite so gray. And that is the Undone color. So, this is my Naked 2 Basics palette. I am so excited to play with it. Now, that was all I purchased, but I have one more thing to show you. Sephora always gives out little freebies. And this one is from First Aid Beauty, called Fab for short. Quite clever. And this is their Ultra Repair Cream. Intense hydration for dry, parched skin. Says allergy tested, fragrance free, and hypoallergenic. So let's give it a try. I would say this is a very luxurious and rich feeling lotion. I would probably save this for post showers. On particular problem areas, like my elbows, backs of my hands, my knees. It feels rich. It is fragrance free, so you just have a soft lotiony scent. My skin is so soft. Well, thank you, Sephora, for a lovely free sample. And thank you for joining me, letting me share my goodies from Sephora. I hope that you enjoyed yourself. I hope you're feeling relaxed and happy. And I can't wait to see you next time. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.